Welcome back to Studio 701. Who knew an innocent-looking rubber ducky could be so scary?
In today's parent panel, we talk about a cautionary tale involving bath toys.
So I'm joined once again for parent panel by our dear friends Mariah, April, and Sarah. Hi. Have you guys gotten recognized by anyone from seeing you on parent panel?
I have.
Okay.
Are you serious? Yes. How fun is that? I was like, oh, that's fun. Like, I really got excited about it. Because it's somebody I don't know very well. And so she was like, did I see you on the news? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, so it was super fun.
Well, you guys are fantastic to talk with us about all issues relating to moms. And this one is kind of gross, kind of terrifying, but you may have seen a story in the news about the bath toys that had not been cleaned properly, and then the child got an infection in their face based on the bacteria. Yeah, I know. This is truly horrifying. They cut open I think it was a rubber ducky or something, to see what was growing in the inside. So I guess my first question is just, what do you do with bath toys? How often do you clean it? Do you clean it at all? Have you ever considered stuff like that?
I guess my first thought is like, well, it's in the bath. Like, you're supposed to get clean in the bath, so it's kind of one of those things where I don't even think about like, oh, I should probably clean those. My idea of cleaning is throwing stuff out. I guess when my oldest son was little, he was in the bath and I looked away to do something, and then all of a sudden there's like this kind of like brownish, like chunky, weird stuff in the tub, and I was like, great, he had diarrhea in the bathtub. Like, I am so excited about this right now. And then I was like, wait, that's not that. And he like squeezed the toy again, and like that stuff like shot out of the toy that was in the bath. So ever since then, it's like, yeah, we don't buy anything that's squeezy, that contains, that you can put water in. Like, I'll give them spoons from the kitchen or measuring cups or something like that, as long as it's not glass. Made that mistake before. And that's what we use, because otherwise I was like, I have no idea what this brown stuff is, and I thought it was poop. So there that goes to show you, like, those aren't clean.
We have a lot of, we had a lot of squeezables for bath time. We used them a lot when our son was younger, and it's terrifying to think of what is growing inside of them, and especially when I think about the moments when we would fill it up with water, and then our dogs would come close to us, or, you know, we would play the games of like, hey, see if you can, you know, launch it in my mouth. And I know, gag alert. There was a bucket that we would always keep our bath toys in, and we would, and I mean, the kids taking a bath every night, so you throw them in there. I never took the time to dry them, because that's just more time. And I would throw them in there, and we'd throw them in the bathtub the next night. We'd repeat this, and one day, for some reason, I thought, oh, I should just empty that bucket, see what's in there. And it was the brown, like, just gunk. Like a science experiment that you didn't want to do in high school. And so ever since then, I was a little bit more motivated to clean out the bucket more often, but never really thought of the little squeezies.
You know, I had seen something similar to that like years ago about like how disgusting those things are when you cut them open. So we don't do those. I mean, we use like Hot Wheels and like their little action figures, like full-blown giant toys in the bathtub. I don't even know how they all fit in there. Like toys and the boys, like, yeah. So I mean, it's just like little toys like that. And then talking about like putting it in a bucket, because I do too, but we just like leave them in the tub for like a few days and tip them over and then put them in the bucket. Yeah, you know, but do I ever wash them? Never. I've never washed those toys. Actually, no. Now I think of it, probably never, ever, ever. I mean, if you really think about it, like toys in general are kind of gross, regardless if they're in the tub or they're not in the tub. I don't know. Like both my kids have like like one of Preston has a stuffy that like forever. He's always had a stuffy that's his. And I think about how disgusting that thing probably is too. It's like,
Thank you, ladies. Well, this has been Parent Panel, and I did bring some bath toys that we've realized definitely have something growing inside of them, because you can see it. These are bath toys that I took out. They are the ones that have the water and they squirt.
Yes.
I took them out because of this story, and they've been sitting in my cupboard for a while. I'd say maybe even a couple months. Jeff is going to do some investigative reporting right
Yes.
now. I'm terrified right now.
I
'cause
took out
we can see there's something.
Now,
in it.
hey, here's the thing, right? We're both parents.
First of all, that's
and
hard to watch because
let's not pass any judgment here, because we've all been there. If you're a parent, you've had these toys in your bathtub. Don't act like you haven't.
I'm more sad that you just cut
Kaylee,
Stingray,
you need to
but-
get a close-up on this. I'm not even going to bring it up. Help me out. Where are we at? Look at that.
Look.
There is definitely
Yeah.
mold. There's mold in there.
Yeah.
Now, in all fairness to Amber, you had this has been sitting in your cupboard for a couple
And
of
I'm
months.
like, I want to cry right now.
Right?
I'm sorry. I can't believe I let this happen.
So, hey,
Yeah,
here's the
so
thing, folks. This is
This
real
is
stuff.
educational. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, get different bath toys that aren't fully encapsulated with, because why
Right.
do we get into the bathtub to clean ourselves?
Yeah.
So what happens? The water gets dirty. That's
Yeah.
why I tell my kids, don't drink the bath water.
Right, right.
So,
Okay, we're going to move on, but there you have it. These were just out of my cupboard. So keep it here. Coming up next, do you prefer calling or texting?